Good night, good night, and welcome back to another episode of Island Fans. We are a day late from our usual day. We had a holiday yesterday, so we were out and about. So we decided to we are run one today. But nevertheless, we're here. We're going to talk about what happened this past weekend. We're going to talk about the Anfield slip up for Arsenal. City gained ground in the title race. I think there was some movement also at the bottom from T, I can remember it's off the top of my head. West Ham would have won. West Ham would have won. I think Leicester lost again, and Leicester's trying to find a manager. So they a couple of things to get through. But we also have to talk about the humbling from Manchester City today to Bayern Munich. 3-0. 3-0 was the scoreline at the end. I'm here with Moy. Cello was here just now, but looks like he's having some technical difficulties. I'm sure he'll be back just now. But before we get into the games, the end results, Moy, just a quick overview. How was your Easter weekend?
It was good. Good Easter
I saw,
weekend.
I saw
Deserve it.
somebody this morning. Sorry, I saw somebody on Twitter. Yeah, I think it was Twitter. They were asking, so if today is Easter Tuesday. So that's what they want. That's what they wanted. I'm just trying to find the stuff super centers. I think it's this with our
You put
with
the
our
line.
updated stuff. Um, I think it's this. I'm not uploading something else. Yes, it's this. It's this. So yes, more. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, I was
Easter
just
week. Yeah, Easter.
it was good. Got some
We-
deserved it. Football was in the mix. So yeah, 10 out of 10.
Right. I too just got up from a well deserved nap in my mind at least. So this is the updated standings of our prediction battle that we have going on. We're running for a while now, a couple weeks. Well, at the top, Suka overtook Shaq, who is me, by the way. He overtook me this weekend by 4 points. So he's at the top. He says that he has 62 points, and Jamal is down there in third. Cello, who is joining us right now, Cello sits down there in fourth, right after Jamal. Then you have Joe. Then you have Moy, who, by the way, had an excellent week, and Munchie 45 and Memphis seems to be dwindling out the bottom. Memphis seems like he's gonna be the Leicester of our prediction battle.
So
Let's
more
see
alone
what
had a good week. Me had a good week
more.
too. I mean, we got the
I mean,
second most points after more.
right, but this is why I mentioned Moy. I didn't mention you
Yeah,
because
but
Moy
more,
got the
man, I go be
most.
honest. More do good votes for real.
It
About
was
I
it was
20
it
I
something
was a
points more
shock.
than I don't know.
I felt like after the first couple of games settled, I was
Yeah.
wondering if Moy was gonna get all of them right. Let me just show you exactly what he predicted. So you can see it here. Moy got the ones in blue, of course, are the correct prediction. So Moy got 1, 2, 3, 4 games spot on. The prediction spot on this week. Cello, like he rightfully mentioned, he got three. And I think he had two extra outcomes. Two extra winning outcomes for the teams that he chose. Um, yeah, so Moy and Cello, I think they had seven. Moy got 17, and Moy and Cello had 14. Super with 10, and I think I had no, I have 10,
Took with
and Super
14.
with 14. Super with 14 down there at the right there at the bottom. So it's hard enough. It's hard enough. This is what we have. What, 9 more weeks to go? 8 or 9 more weeks to go.
Some have 9, some have 8.
All right, so this is let's just say 8 weeks to go because they will probably we will have to join up one of them. So 8 weeks to go. Um, More, what you feeling like? Because right now you're in one, two, three, four, five, six. Do you think you can make the Champions League spot of the predictions?
I mean, it's doable now. Because with this prediction stuff, you're not, even if you look like you're far behind, you're not really far behind.
Just a couple of right results.
Because if you get the right results, it's +4, and then you can manage to rack up your little one individual points.
Right,
So
right, right.
it's still nicely poised. Maybe first place is a little getaway, and second,
Sorry.
well,
First
yeah,
place not too far, man, more.
Not
Two
too
more week.
far now.
One more week of right prediction. Boom. You right
well,
at the first place battle.
10. Well, it's not bad because if I could say, well, Shaq is going to get something, of course. 10 could put you back up there. So yeah, as I say, still good to go.
Right. So, and when you look at it, it's close because even though you're close to getting into the top four, you can easily get relegated as well. Montreal, Memphis look like they're getting relegated.
Yep.
They in our relegations though.
Montreal's in some relegation battle. Always.
Mr. Bulletproof Brain himself. I know he gonna have a lot to say about the City game, the City games, and the title race through this past weekend. So let's just jump straight into it, fellas. Man United and Everton started out the game week. I think that was a straightforward 2-0 victory for United.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think there was much talking point in that. Besides the fact that Rashford may be out for a couple of weeks. What does this do for United?
I think that's a very big blow for them because he has been the key player for United so far. Even so, if we're talking about Weghorst and out number 9, he hasn't been really scoring the goals that they wanted. Going to bring in Martial to say try to play that role, but I don't think Martial can do it anymore. So I think it's a big hit. It's a big miss for them.
Marshall is a very good player. I really like Marshall, if you ask me. But I mean,
But
do you think it's Cello? Do you think that this could possibly derail the top four hopes and they're still in the Europa League as well? How does it affect the rest of this season? Because they're in Europa, FA Cup, and just trying to get top four still.
Well, I feel, to me personally, he can have impact on the season. Reason being, he's been the go-to guy.
Right,
He's been the go-to guy. And as Moy said, they're going to bring Marshall in to play there. Marshall can't stay fit for too long.
right,
So it's all about how long he can stay fit for. You understand? They have
right.
Christian Eriksen also coming back. So they should
That
have a
is true.
few
Yeah, I
bodies.
think he came. Right.
You
I think
understand?
he was
But
back. Mhm.
the goals that Rashford bring to the team, I'm going to see, no, they're not a replacement for that.
Yeah, and
Marshall,
the confidence
the
he was
take
on
away
too.
from what Marshall can do, but me just to see where the goals will come from if he now score.
I hear you, bro. That makes sense.
And the
All
thing is
right.
now, them go for there now try really injured, them have to try balance out them team. Europa League, FA Cup, and still they're fighting for the top four.
Funny you said that, Cello, because I saw many United fans complaining on Twitter saying Ten Hag ran Rashford into the ground. Because remember, even when they were playing the easiest teams in the Carabao Cup, he was still playing his full strength team all the way through.
But the thing is, right, we can't really say that, Bucky, because look, when your team perform, you want to win every game that day. Every game, no matter who you play against.
Right.
You understand? And sometimes, and just about 10 Hag now, the man perform, the man want to score goals, so he himself go and play.
Probably want to play
If
too,
if
fighting the
if
manager
you
to
want
play.
if 100 game never play in the season, he probably want to play all 100 because he wants to score
Right.
as much goal as possible.
and
I hear
you
you.
know,
So sometimes you
just
can't really blame the manager, sometimes the player. Because if me score goal, me now want top score goal. If the manager say, boy, yeah, you play the next 5 games, me happy to play the next 5 games because me want to score the next
But
5 games.
sometimes that's where the manager protecting the players from themselves. That's where it comes in.
yeah,
You
just to add
understand?
to that point too, is just to prove that we really can't be pleased with any side of the story because at one point you will probably say that okay, he rests Rashford, outcome doesn't go their way, then it's a
Yeah.
whole different story or
Different
whatever.
story, yeah.
I mean, I understand it is, Rashford Senior, he's on a very good run of form, probably his best so far since his career. I mean, we all as footballers, we don't want to stop when we're having fun, and that's what he seems to be doing. And he can hit back at the same thing that Eric Ten Hag should know how to manage it. I mean, try to let him, if the job is done, bring him off early so you have like a little 20 minutes, 30 minutes to cool down once the job is done. So, I mean, it's
But
just,
I
But
it's
the
mean,
just,
thing is, like, more,
I'm not saying that blame Ten Hag because injury is a part of the sport. It could just
yeah.
be really truly innocuous. So I'm not really blaming Ten Hag. It happens. It happens. Look at Saliba. Saliba didn't even need to be stretched off, and Saliba's still on the sidelines up to now.
that may tell you. And
Uh,
the thing is, right, what Ten Hag be in mind and all, right? Okay, take Rashford out the team. Who's going to get you a goal?
you're missing something. And
Who's
Garnacho
going
is injured as well.
and
Yes,
yeah, most of the games, games that they're winning 4-0,
Right,
5-0. It's all
right.
1-0, 2-1. So what
The
you can't
last
take
couple
it.
of games, I think the whole of April, not
Yeah,
April,
it's not
March,
no games
was
that they win
the
by no big
top
margin.
games. Yeah, you're right. Yes, you're right about that, Selo. All right, so let's jump to the second game of the weekend. West Ham versus Fulham. West Ham with another win. I mean, I know they lose the last 5-1 to Newcastle,
Yeah.
but the week before that they won versus trying to remember there was another low. They beat Southampton 1-0. Another week West Ham again 1-0. They beat Fulham
Fulham.
1-0. They're now currently up to 14th. They're currently up to 14th with 30 points, pulling. I mean, based on how the games are going, it looks like they're pulling away from the bottom because most times these teams at the bottom they're just picking up draws and not necessarily wins. Fulham safe yet?
what place is Fulham?
Ne-
14th now with 30 points.
Fulham they're 10th.
Not,
10th
oh,
with
Fulham is that?
39
No,
points.
sorry, not Fulham. I meant West Ham. West Ham safe? West Ham
Not
are
yet.
asking about.
Not
Not
yet.
safe yet. 30
Not yet.
points. I mean, three teams are on, no, two teams. Them and Beaumont are on 30 points. Leeds, of course, in 16th with 29. And Everton and Nottingham, they have 27. And Leicester, who's in 19, who we're going to get to, by the way, has 25. And Southampton has 23. I know it's a long way to go. There are a lot of points up for grabs. But
Listen,
I'm not even stretching it as a long way, like looking at the 8 games per se. I was looking at it as a short term span within like 2 games. 2 games could even manage
change the whole table.
a whole change up
Yeah.
and down. Because you were just talking about 1 point difference, 2 point difference between a lot
right.
of the teams that you call.
Okay. So maybe the better question would be: does it look to you as if West Ham are building something, as
I
if
think they'll grind it.
as one of the best teams out of the struggling pack?
I think they'll grind it out. Aren't they also in a European competition still?
Yes. Then
Yeah,
they
I
play
think
Genk. Then they play
yeah,
Genk on Thursday.
I think they'll grind it out. I think the European competition could probably help them too. We're getting some results here and there. Yeah,
The thing is like the
Go
thing
ahead,
is like
Stella.
the thing is with this like West Ham next 2 game are two tough game.
Yeah.
They are Arsenal and then Bournemouth.
I mean, Bournemouth is right there. Bournemouth is right there with them.
And that
So
may tell you.
I think they would earmark Bournemouth. I mean, anything they get from the Arsenal game would be bonus because I don't think at this point even their fans are thinking that they would get something. But that Bournemouth one, they have to look at that and like, yo, if we want to be safe, we gotta get 3 points there.
And look,
Mm-hmm.
say this to say like Bournemouth next game of Tottenham.
As I said,
Bournemouth
that the
game
three
of
points for
Tottenham.
Bournemouth.
It's a possibility. It's a
Let's jump. Look,
possibility.
Let's jump and deal with Bournemouth one time since we
But
undone
yeah,
already.
them. But yeah, boy, shot. But
Mm-hmm.
after Bournemouth don't play Tottenham, the two of them have a face off. West Ham and Bournemouth have a face off.
See, I know they're playing each other. That's the running down. This is gonna be interesting because they're gonna have to play each other. in the last couple of games down there. But Bournemouth won 1-0 to Leicester this weekend. Leicester, who's down in 19 now. I think if let me just go back on it. Bournemouth is up to 15 now. Remember, I just mentioned that they on 15, they on 13 points, 30 points as well as West Ham. So they're in 15, and Leicester is in the 19 to 25 points. Leicester seems, and I've been reluctant to say it all season, but Leicester seems like they won't play championship next year.
I think they're going to be joining Southampton.
Yeah, man, they just can't seem to win a game.
I mean, I know we might be probably looking at it with the experience that they had, the quality players like Madison and Tillemans, but I mean, with all of that and the due respect that they're just really not clicking. They find it very hard to click
Just
this
not
season,
clicking.
and this is
That's
the
right.
season where you probably just say nothing tall is going right for them, not even a little. So
And
I think
you
I
do
think
have those kind of seasons and more. But I mean, they've been on a slippery slope. I just don't think with 8 games to go, which again, and I keep saying it, a lot can change because they win 2 games and they're out of this position. But I just don't see they getting any kind of impetus at all from anywhere throughout these next games. I don't know, if Celo, do you have any kind of confidence in them coming out of this? Can we make
Well,
a case for Leicester?
okay, I know Leicester top. Then we win 2 games back to back, and then do some tripness and go on a losing streak again.
Why we lose 4?
It's possible, but at this point, I don't even know what to say about that, to be honest.
Yeah, man. That Leicester one had me kind of feeling that way because for weeks, we're like, nah, man, Leicester too good for that. Leicester too good for that. And now they don't
and
just get blow. I look where they now. Look at
and
where they
just
are now.
something, like with biases included. Some of these big teams would probably be licking their lips to hope that Leicester actually do go down because you have some quality players in there that could ship
Yeah,
out and go
that's
get
fact.
them.
That's fact. Newcastle at the other end of the table, they beat Brentford 2-1. I think Tony missed the penalty in this game too. But Newcastle won 2-1. That's on the top half of the table. Newcastle up to third, level on games played with Manchester United, who they are in that battle for. They both tied on 56 points. Of course, Newcastle has a plus 27 goal difference. United have plus 7 goal difference. Every week we watching these things. We watching the top four. We watching the bottom. We watching the bottom of the table. Newcastle had a blip after the World Cup. Now they seem to be putting some 3 points after 3 points, and that this was a way to Brentford. Not many teams win at Brentford. So I think this is the third game. I think Manchester United beat them the other day. No, they lost. No, Man, them bang Man the phone in the early in the season.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
the Champions
right,
Trophy.
right. So then now it's only Arsenal and now Newcastle who have beaten Brentford at home. So this was
New-
the point is this wasn't an easy game for
Newcastle
Newcastle.
was Newcastle have a count themselves as a blessed team because
Mm,
Brentford supposed to blow Newcastle in that game in the first half. The second
right.
half, Newcastle changed around the game. Come and take control of the game. But first half, Brentford has so many chances. Ivan Tony, you know the man they think when he kick that penalty they go.
Yeah, he doesn't usually miss pens though.
Yo, it was such a poor penalty, I must say.
Yeah, it
Very,
was.
That's
very
what me say more they keep hold on that. And we say the man
It was.
dive and push
Look
on where the
for
man actually dive and hold on comfortable.
that penalty it'd be like you're playing and your teammates don't get your vex already, but you're the designated kicker and you just go up and just be like, boom, that's it.
He must score, must score.
True the in the comments, true the thing. Let's go Arsenal, drop more points. My hates are you. Pretty sure they hate you too, say true that. You
They're
should
true
have
that
been.
they're true the top level people Jack Pines now, because he might finish about 7 now. When he
uh,
Rashford injured, he might finish about 7.
let's jump to Aston Villa versus Nottingham. And this is another team I want to ask y'all about because quietly, Aston Villa is now up to 6.
True.
Quietly, Aston Villa is going about their business, especially over the last couple of weeks. Is going about the business. They have 47 points. They played a game more than United and Tottenham. Than United and Newcastle. But can anything happen? Can they entertain top four or just look to lock up that 6 spot?
I'm going to
Or,
answer that.
or fifth or sixth?
I have a question at the same time when I'm answering. First of all, I did not even know that they were doing that good until I saw
Yeah, man.
people
Pretty
talking
steady.
about it. And I mean, big ups to Unai Emery. And with that
Good
being said,
evening.
we're taking out the heroics. Yeah, we're taking out Arteta. Because I think if Arsenal do manage to win the league, he will be outrightly the favorite to win Manager of the Year. But we're taking
Right.
out Arteta. We're taking out Arteta. Do Emery edges to win Manager of the Year, or would you give it to Eddie Howe?
Okay, for
I'll give
me,
it to Eddie Howe.
no, for me personally, with what Emmy do the Aston Villa, me think me the game team. Listen, with some players in that team, the man come and turn them on. The man make Watkins score the most goal he ever scored in his life. On the farm in his life. The last 67 game. He scored in all last 67 game.
If
Try
it's
how
if
we
it's
not
one
playing
thing,
football. Try
I,
how we
I, I
not
saw
playing
this
football for so long.
I saw
The
this
man,
conversation cello on Twitter and they were saying if it's one thing Emery always gets his strikers scoring goals. Remember
yeah,
when he
and
was
the
at
thing is,
Arsenal as
try how
well?
we was. Try how we not playing football for how long.
Yeah,
Everybody
he's
forget
come
about
back.
try how we.
I too Giffy get though. But
Gift, give a gift, but them come
all
and
right.
them a
So
vital gift.
the one versus Leicester was brilliantly taken though. And I taking nothing away from that.
You understand?
But
Give a gift, but
yeah.
at the end of the day, them a vital gift. Then put the points on the board.
In
But
fact,
yeah,
even Sham get and give.
I think,
But
So
the
did he.
thing is, like, Shaq, Eddie, you
probably
work
could
with that
take it.
team, not just for the majority the whole season. So Eddie, you don't know the players and them. But Emily come in half a season, and turn around Aston Villa team because Aston Villa never they win no game after before Gerrard left. Remember they put a
But
losing
but,
streak.
but what we can say though, Cello, it looked as if Aston Villa they were trying to get Gerrard out because instantly, without even Emery getting a chance to impact them, you can see the difference.
Yeah, that's
When Gerrard lost his job, the only thing I'm putting Newcastle and Eddie Howe above them, above Unai Emery, just because of the sheer surprise and
yeah.
consistency that we've seen
Man,
from Newcastle. Third, let's just because personally the lowest I see they can probably finish, which is still close. Yo, I think Newcastle gonna be in the top four, and if they make the top four, that's an incredible achievement. Because yes, remember Newcastle don't spend no money yet, no. Like really, like what we thought. For one, Newcastle can spend. Newcastle didn't even start to spend nothing yet, and they're already doing this. I think, and you know why I give Eddie Howe? Because I remember when we had conversations when we saw that they were getting the takeover and they were looking to hire Eddie Howe. I think what we are, I don't know. Let me not speak for anybody else. In my
Yeah,
mind and in a lot of other circles, we were like, "Oh, this is gonna be a stopgap manager. He's gonna be the one to steady the ship to then for them to bring in like the Zidanes, the other big name managers." But look, the man punching well. The man punches well. The man keeping up his weight. So that's why I'm like, you know what?
yo,
Credits to him.
and I must say credit to Newcastle because they didn't go out and spend stupidly because they had the amount of money, and we
Right.
just bring the name players because we have the money, so we bring it in to make us make a deal. The only big name players that we would say that we put in Trippier up there. He was the one to start. Because we
So that
always
was
say
such
we
a
need to
shoot.
start.
And they didn't have to spend a lot on that, ain't it?
Yeah, Trippier started it, and then they brought in Isaac. Isaac was a very good buy for them, quality
But
signing.
man,
They brought in like
Gimares,
Bruno Guimaraes. I mean,
Gimares, yeah.
those type of quality players that, let's say, with their mid levels or, We
right.
already know what he has to do. But there's still room for improvement. And I think with the players that they brought in is none to come in and say, I am the world boss. I am the boss to steady the ship. It's all be like, hey, you going wrong, I can pull you up. The other one is saying the same. And that's why I say credits to them.
And you see why I'm also going to heap more praise on Eddie Howe, and also, I got train Arteta at the same time. But Moy made a very important point, and he said they didn't bring in no players who everybody like, yo, this is gonna be an instant hit. Arteta did the same thing with Ramsdale, with Tommy Yasu. A lot of players that Arsenal brought in, they were like, they had question marks. Arsenal, even Gabriel Jesus, yes, we know he had talent. Even Zinchenko, we know they had talent because they were playing at City. But did we expect them to be this good?
Yo,
Did we
Sharp.
expect them to be this good?
Even self to before you continue, I mean, I have to give Arteta praise too because I always liked him as he seemed like he was good. He's very animated. You can really tell that he loves the game. And just to talk about the sign, because I remember when the Ben White signing was coming through, the Ramsdale signing
Right,
was coming through. I mean, I remember we even had conversations, the discussion between Ben White and John Stones and like that.
right.
And
That's facts.
because, I mean, John Stones was at Everton, a bigger club, and being talked about. Ben White was at Brighton, just upcoming, and Ramsdale was a
Right.
relegated goalkeeper. And it is
Relegated
just the thing that you
goalkeeper.
say, you can never write anyone off his books because everybody was singing down bad songs about Ramsdale and how Arteta is going about signing. And
Stick
then
a
look
pin
at
right
him.
there, Moy. Don't forget your last words. Stick a pin. Remember a lot of fans wanted Buendia over Odegaard. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
And even suggesting as that, I mean, look at it now. You have Ramsdale potentially looking to win goalkeeper of the season, also winning a championship and being vital with key saves. Ben White turning into a right back, proving pivotal for y'all. I mean, these are just things you don't really need to go out and make these, extraordinary signings. You just have to be proper scouting at times and
That
manage
was
to give
something. There you
um
go.
But
give the
you see
players
me,
more time.
me right sharp, me never rate Ben White as a centre back. Me never rate Ben White as a centre back. Me either high as a midfielder because he good on the ball and he kind of lick physical, but he height in a centre back. Me never rate that. Me never question the signing. Ramsdale too.
Right.
Me can
I
remember
mean,
before me.
I feel like people more questioned with Ben. It was more the fee.
Yeah, the
It was more
50
the fee.
million.
Yeah, the
But
50 million.
Ramsdale,
Like,
me remember me the hard talk show with Nesta. Then Nesta the I talk show and me join the show. And then man
yeah,
they question the signing and me tell them boy, but look on the man stats. 90% of the team that the man play with, them not on defense. And he keep them in the game. Look on the
right.
team that get the last team they play before you get relegated. Next, we tell you. Me tell them so this man
I
gonna be a
mean,
good keeper.
if we don't have to look, we don't have to look that far back to see him continuing to keep in teams in the game. If it was for Ramsdale, Sunday I'll be a
You
blow and
understand?
even get a point there on field.
Started to
Yo,
make some brilliant signings. You
Yeah,
that's
understand? The Bendia, me never be a fan of him. Me never really like it. So the Odegaard was a yes for me every day. Every day of the week. Odegaard was the yes. But the
that's why
Bendia,
oh god. That's
never
why
be a
even
fan of the Bendia.
Celo made a point, saying, certain players. That's why coming with Ballon d'Or again, it could have almost seemed unfair to certain players because you have I mean let's look at like Van Dijk and Ruben Diaz and Saliba, naming some players from top teams that don't really get all these amounts of defending work to do. But I guess we could say when they get called upon the job, we look at how well they do. When we're looking
right.
at like a Brighton team that gets mostly defense and Louis Dunk is doing a good job, but you wouldn't really give him the praise because he's not the
Because
top
his
team.
team is
And
not right.
yeah, that's the thing. So
That's that's that that's an age old. That's a very old conversation, there, Moy. Where
that,
I don't think that we have those conversations enough
yeah,
because
because
the
even
art defending is an art. That we also defending is an art. You see me defending more than anybody else. Then why you not talking about me?
But the thing is, right, Shop, you remember Me remember they had a conversation and me they say, I believe goalkeepers should get looked at more. You
I agree.
understand? Because
Right.
sometimes one little simple save can save your whole game. One little
Mhm.
save there, a little fingertip. Jonah
But
they
look,
had a conversation.
but look at it. Look at it
Even they
from.
talk. Even they talk and me they and game and me say I give Ramsdale man of the match. I remember against
It
who?
was the one versus Bournemouth versus it
Yeah,
was
and me they say,
Ramsdale or Nelson,
yeah, but
and we
me
were
I mean
talking
yeah,
about that.
but I mean say me give Ramsdale the man of the match because the reason being then three key save that Ramsdale made. If you would have made a save there, the 4-0 done.
Right.
The early
I
save.
mean, and you can even look at it on from the opposite way, Cello. When you look at the fact that yes, a goalkeeper can't afford to make a mistake.
Mistake. That's the
Look at
thing too.
Upamecano today. He make a mistake, City pounds. If a goalkeeper make a mistake, City pounds. You're more forgiving. That is what this is exactly what I'm trying to say. You're more able to forgive a striker for
And
missing a
defender
chance
and striker and
than for a
a
goalkeeper
goalkeeper.
making one ball roll 3 foot. I mean, both of
And
them are
listen now.
mistakes, isn't it?
To say no. Early in the game, cause me start to watch the City game and me drop sleep now. Early in the game, then keeper almost make a mistake and Haaland near
Yeah,
score.
with Haaland. Yeah,
You understand? He's so lucky. One little more touch Haaland get under that in the net now.
yeah.
So that will show
And
your goalkeeper have to be careful. Have to be careful. Always goalkeeper have to always focus. One little mistake. That's it. Ain't no problem.
Yep,
And just to the
yep.
last point to make before we move back on, I always go back to the Ballon d'Or with when Van Dijk was in top three. I also think that Allison was probably hard done to because I
Yeah.
think he had such a good season with it too, and he wasn't no love. I don't even think he was in top 10. I don't even think he was probably wasn't even in top 10, if I could recall correctly. That's what I'm saying. Because if you're looking at it, you're looking at Van Dijk being so you know a very good defender, which he was that season. But then you're looking at Allison, where he made a couple key saves and this and that. Yeah, no love. But I guess
Munchies,
that's what it is.
Munchies, Munchies in the comments, guys. And like I said, he's big enough. City's win. City's
Yeah, but
win.
and me can say, boy, shot. Me believe goalkeepers should get more praise. You understand? And
Yeah,
especially modern day goalkeeper now, some of them, they're very good on the ball, good with their feet, good
yeah,
with their hands, good with their
they have to
decision
play more.
making.
They have to play. They required
Yeah,
to do more. You don't
yeah.
just want a goalkeeper to be a shot stopper now. But a lot of them are
But
starting the plays from back. Bayern's former coach would have never gotten three. Munchie saying. We come into that. We come to that. I have some thoughts on that. All right, so let's go to this. Wolves beat Chelsea 1-0. Super Frank. I think it's on Pro Clubs. It's on Pro Clubs. We were talking about this. It felt like we had a show already. We were talking about what's Chelsea's problem? Is it the manager or is it the players? I think that's the
Yeah,
question
remember
that
me, yeah, me and
people
all they
was
play
asking.
focus, me raise the pipe.
I mean, I don't. I think they were Chelsea was probably pretty good on Saturday.
They,
They
they,
they
got, they got beaten by a wonder goal. It's a
yeah,
really good
No,
goal.
very good goal.
that ain't just a one to go and that ain't cracker.
Yeah, it's a
Them one
really good
bang that they
goal.
are hard rookie.
And the thing, I know Lampard lost, but it was good for him that he only lost 1-0 because any more than a 1-0 loss, it would
Yeah.
have been on the bad side. And even
It was
so,
on the
going
road. It's on
going
the
into
road.
it,
I don't think a result like this is gonna be as forgiving as if it's at home though. I don't know who they play next, but if you don't yo, well, he needs to show out, like show off, and whenever they play at home.
and then
I
the
just say
one thing to say with him
the
that
Stamford Bridge crowd they need something, man. Are they play at home tomorrow? Let me
No, the
see.
next game is Brentford. They're supposed to play Manchester United, but that game is postponed.
Yeah, let me see if
I think they
uh
might be going away, for this
away
Yeah,
week.
tomorrow.
Chelsea play, no, they play home against Brentford on the 26th. I mean, I think Chelsea play again until the
I was, ta-
26th.
No, for
I
the
was talking
Champions
about
League.
the CL. It's taking a while to load.
Oh, they
Okay,
play Real
it's
Madrid.
yeah, they're away. They're away.
Away.
They're away tomorrow. They're away tomorrow. They're not home yet. All right.
The only thing that's
Okay.
safe
So
to
that's
remember
that.
that
Where
is
is? Let me just check on Wolves standing. Where Wolves in the table? Wolves 13th, 31 points. I mean, all them is still in there. All them still in there. I would even rule out them. But Crystal Palace, let me not preempt myself. Hold on, we'll get to Crystal Palace. All right, so the last or two more games for on Saturday. This one again, we just got caught it. We just got caught it. What it is? This Tottenham beating Brighton. That was a robbery. PGMOL is coming out to say and telling Brighton again they made a mistake, which personally that's even more hurtful to me.
But
I
Shan,
remember, and when I heard that comedy cello, when I heard that, it just brought back the Brentford result over to me again. Like, what the hell what you tell me that for? What you tell me that for?
you
That
I
not do nothing to me.
I prefer the head referee just come out and say, my officials made a bad mistake. Yeah, and that's it. Just leave it
No,
as
I prefer you come and tell me like how you gonna rectify my points.
yeah, that's the only
Because
thing that
Brighton trying to do something special this year, Brighton trying to catch Tottenham. And what? It was two goals ruled out by VAR. And in the first
yeah.
one with Mitoma, I don't think you call offside here. So I
Yeah,
was wondering
cause
how
two
you
clear
get
eye.
how handball, how
Cause
can you
two
call
clear eye.
handball there?
I saw it. No, there was a referee on TikTok that was. If I see it, I have to send you all the group because he was talking about it, each individual stuff. I don't remember exactly, but yeah, it was a highway robbery during that game.
And then even the penalty. Let's just say a couple of those are questionable. My goodness, because you don't really know where he hit on his hand. You can get over that. You're blind. You didn't see the man step on me to my foot.
Hear this, right? This is what I personally think. All penalty calls should allow the referee to go and check it for himself.
Should go okay.
Fear.
Okay,
I
okay,
mean,
let me not probably not say
more
all, but
you
when
say
you
you
realize you have to check it a lot, the referee should go to the monitor and make the
more
call.
you say that, but that was one of the easiest calls, more.
I'm just
We
trying
couldn't see
to
that.
appreciate
We couldn't
how
see that for
evident
them
it is. 'Cause
miles
I
away.
don't understand either.
More you don't need the one that in the VAR room that say no is more at fault than the Anfield referee. Because you
Yo,
can say he missed that. There's no way
I
you
saw,
look on the camera, you watch the replay and then see that the man foul the man.
I saw a joke that the referee in the VAR room was talking to the Anfield referee and saying that Hoiberg is in his fantasy team and Matoma is in his rival's fantasy team, so you should not
Yeah, okay, you see, more even that. If you tell me that that's a wagwan, I understand the rationale because there can be really nothing else. There really can be nothing else.
those things look like
So anyway, Tottenham, Tottenham beat Brentford 2-1. Brighton, sorry, Tottenham beat Brighton 2-1. And the last game on the Saturday was Manchester City. They beat Southampton 4-1. Mr. Holland was back and in his bag. Moy, your thoughts on the game and yeah, you cutting the lead down.
yeah, it was a good display for Man City. Grealish once again, I'm going to continue, praising while he's on farm. And still the train door is open, for everybody that's still coming on the hype train. Another goal and assist for my boy. Yeah, I mean he seems to be enjoying football a lot and seems to settle in. Man City seems to find a gear, and it's the right time for us to find a gear. I don't have a problem with the goal scoring because I think that will come naturally for us. But we seem to be even self more defensively solid in the back match. Even though we haven't gotten a clean sheet in the last two games. But I think we're way much better defensively, and I'm even more satisfied with that. Another 3 points on the board. We continue to fight until the fat lady sings, and yeah, we continue applying the pressure.
Moy, I mean, outside of you thinking that this back team and you think that they're gonna win the league, do you think that the results on Sunday then no, like, are you more confident of winning the league? He's out on Sunday.
Y- Yes, yes, yeah. I'll put that into perspective there. I mean, I know we have a game in Anfield. I mean, not even close. We could manage to drop points or somehow. And game on the board is way more important. Before I would love to see that game happen. Then you'll see how more confident I am or derailed, however that game go. But as I talked on the last show, it depends on if City managed to lose against Southampton and you won against Liverpool. Then I could probably draw back and say this looks like Arsenal won. But 6 points behind, still have to play Arsenal, manage it, be favorites to win our game in hand at least and to make it 3 points going into that game. It should be vital, crucial. So yeah, it shall be a fun one to watch until we see how it goes.
All right. We're gonna come to the Arsenal game right now. Crystal Palace though, I think Cello, you predicted that you well not predicted the score line, but that Crystal Palace would have won that game.
Yeah, but what me want to say, right? The City and Arsenal game. Arsenal play
Wait,
two
wait,
games,
wait,
City
wait,
them
wait,
miss.
wait, wait. We're not there yet. We're not there yet.
No, pan what more you say?
But we can get there. Okay, okay. If you don't
Okay.
have nothing to say about the Palace game, we can jump to the Arsenal game and you can make
Me
your
can
point. Go
tell
ahead.
you, me
Make your
don't
point.
know, me don't know Palace to the demolish them team because me don't know. From the way me see Palace play the week there before, me don't know Tar or Leeds boy. Leeds are
All right, go
nobody.
ahead. Go ahead, talk about your eye on the City Arsenal game.
Me they say now, before, after City play Leicester this weekend, City no play again until the 26th. And
Yeah,
between that time, the Arsenal go play two games.
Southampton
West
and
Ham
West Ham.
and then Southampton before they meet City. You understand? So Arsenal
Right,
can even extend their lead again.
right.
Just that City got two games for play.
Rightfully so. Rightfully so.
Understand?
You had some choice words for your manager on Sunday. You had what 2 days now to think? Are you still on that? Are you
Of
still of that
course,
persuasion?
go Arteta take too long to make sub buds. Especially in that game, the shot. You might say me cry down Zinchenko made the buds. If I seen the 65th minute, Zinchenko blew like on dark. Up to today, me watch you over the sun. One time, Salah make a run. Yeah. And Gabriel Kunkas and clean them up. Yeah, me tell you. And Zinchenko, you can tell Zinchenko they tired. By the way, he try to get back and can see he done tired. The man make that change more earlier. Now get me wrong, the Zinchenko had a good game, yes. But certain kind of game, but you have to bring in TNA more physical and better defending. And Zinchenko no good defending shot. He good pan the ball, everything, but in a good defending.
Right, but I mean, it just seems as if you're putting the not even a loss, the drop or the how the game ended just solely on Zinchenko and Arteta.
No, I blame Arteta and Zinchenko, both of them. Because if Arteta
Uh,
make the sub on it earlier, the game, Trossard needed in the game earlier too.
where for who?
By the time Trossard come in the game, yeah, okay, yes,
Who you would have brought him on for?
you make defensive change. Yeah. You make defensive change. Yeah. Because when you're certain sub you make, yeah, you bring a like switch sometimes. Not all the time. All the Liverpool they pressure out. But Gabriel Jesus supposed to get sub a bit earlier because shop. After a while, Jesus never they give nothing.
Okay,
And
that's
you
what
watch
we
the
we
highlights.
going differ on that because I think that maybe that's part of why we had to contend with so much of the pressure because then not Zinchenko, what's his name, Gabriel Jesus was able to bring down the ball, hold up the play, and get us up the field. When we subbed him, we didn't have that anymore.
Go. You must say, Arteta doesn't make a take too long for make sub sometimes. And we see he just the parent man stubborn like a pet. If them man decide here, now make no sub until the 98th minute, then I make no sub. But the man is stubborn
No,
to like votes.
I mean personally, I just think that we defend that moment in particular better. We get over the line because the same sub that you were crying for was right there on the sideline for about 2 minutes. So we defend that moment and we get over the line. But let me not even say that because we have to take it into perspective. And yes, we were up 2-0. We were up 2-0. So then that's why I feel like it feels like a loss to me because we were up 2-0. But when you look at the XG for Liverpool to Arsenal, Liverpool was supposed to win the game. When we look at what Ramsey had to do at the end, even at the very end of the game, then we have to say, boy, you make our take our 1 point and make our come back again next week.
Yeah, okay. I'm
Because
happy. I'm
because
happy with the 1 point. One better
we
than
could
none.
right. One team go there the other day, then get 7, and then in the farm of their life. The great Manchester City went there and then lose 1-0. No, I'm not saying that. Yes, I said, yo, man, I'm supposed to win that game. Then. Are we up 2? We have to see that out.
But the
I
thing
don't think
is,
there's
like
no
Jack,
there's no reason behind of it. But all things considered, now that we consider and think about it, I see what Ramsey had to do. I'm like, yo, we take my 1 point and me come next week again. I'm gonna take you out. I'm gonna take you up on West Ham. I just that.
they must consider first. Liverpool first goal. Liverpool first goal. That was very
Yeah,
poor defending by Arsenal.
yeah, the whole sequence.
That was very poor. The
The
man
whole
supposed to concede
sequence.
that goal.
Yup, yup.
Ah,
I'm
supposed to
not lying
concede
now.
that goal. I
Come
see
and
man of course
come
boys
and tell
drop
you
the
something, Stella. I
drop
felt it, bro. I felt it because me I'm just don't pick up more in them, and then we go home. And as soon as the ref blew the whistle for halftime, I'm like, I just needed a break mentally, bro. Mentally, the game was just on a knife edge since Liverpool, and I see, let me rubbish something because I see a take on Twitter. I'm see Jamal put it up and all today, or how the game changed when
Xhaka
Shaka
rough up.
Shaka square up to
No,
Trent.
no.
That's such a L take.
Me just
Shaka
gonna
has
say, me
always
just
been
gonna say
that
the
way.
talk about
Shaka
Ivan Toney.
always played that way. And you maybe tell me that that's what bring the Anfield crowd back into it. Nah, that's I feel like that's a weak way of looking at the game.
Yo, bro.
Um,
Sometimes
let me just
sometimes
jump in.
I feel Jamal on this,
But not
Let me
that.
just jump in here,
I feel
right?
some.
Mutual perspective. I know they normally say when you're playing at Anfield, you don't try to rile up the crowd, but I wouldn't pinpoint that specific because if you look at the whole game, especially second half, it could be any simple thing. Trent was doing it. Soon as Trent managed to whip a ball, or he managed to go for a corner, he was
Yeah, he
riling up
try
the
hype up the
whole
crowd.
crowd. Everything they did, they tried to get the crowd on their side. But if you look at it, yes, y'all did say 2-0 up, y'all supposed to see that game out.
Obviously that
Respectfully.
out.
And we normally say 2-0, these are dangerous. So if you see, it's very dangerous again. But second half, I really could say I felt it for y'all because watching the game as a mutual, I'm here like Arsenal don't have any time to breathe because it's probably just 2 counter attacks they all managed to get. I didn't really get anything from it. And other than that, you just remember Liverpool putting ball in the box after ball in the box straight, headed ball. And I mean, brilliant, 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 heroics from Ramsdale in the last 5 minutes of the game with those 2 crucial saves. I mean, yeah, I think y'all should look at it. I mean, yeah, y'all feel bad because y'all didn't win after that. But it's a draw. I would take it if I was y'all, especially a tough game like that.
I mean, when I watch the game, the more yeah, I will just take that and go out. I feel like if it was a 1-1, we wouldn't feel so. But because we were up 2-0, 2-0 and come even though we were up 2-0, with that goal before the break, I felt just like second half gonna be rough. And it was. I mean, even though it was, but we still had our little moments. I keep, and Gabriel Martinelli, by the way, had a really good game, as I thought he would have. But that last pass, bro,
Yeah, the
that
final
last
pass.
pass is the sucker. If that been good, bro, I'm gonna put my house on it. That sucker, I bury that. But we live to fight another day because we didn't take. A loss would have been more demoralizing than anything else. A loss would have been more demoralizing. So that's that. Um, that's the Premier League. We're going to preview the games this coming Thursday, God's willing. But let's jump to the Champions League real quick. Before we touch on today's games, let's just give a quick prediction now for the games tomorrow. Real Madrid, Chelsea. We are thinking about that one.
Me go Real Madrid 3-0 tomorrow, boy. Honestly.
Right, it.
Real strong. I home them man, you know. Them man best. Cause
Yeah, but me see,
Chikwe
Chuck with
dismantle them weekend.
Chuck with kill them on the weekend.
That me tell you, them man best. Them man gonna take them up on
That's
Chelsea.
right.
I saw something that a Chelsea fan was saying. They beat Villarreal and Villarreal beat Real Madrid. Then therefore they have hope, But
Them are grasping at anything right now.
um I think it's going to be tight going into the second leg, so I'm giving Real Madrid a 2-1 win.
2-1.
Who go score with Chelsea more? Who
Huh?
go score with Chelsea?
Harvard. It's only Harvard
Harvard.
score for them.
Harvard gonna
I
have
know
no quality. Harvard no
But
quality defend then I
it's
see.
completely out of it as
yo,
every
Abame may start the game tomorrow. And you know what I want to see? Because I can't believe Lampard do that, but I don't know if the man me tired. But if you bring on Aubameyang, you have a left on Joe Felix. You have a left on Joe Felix. Play, yo, if the man, watch out, okay, watch this prediction here, right? If the man play Aubameyang, Joe Felix, and Mason Mount tomorrow, Chelsea win 2-1.
Yo,
As the spearhead of the attack.
part of me thinks Chelsea could manage to get some results over these 2 legs.
But me watch Real Madrid, them man defense sus.
Real Madrid haven't even been the best this season though. That's the thing.
That man just meet Liverpool and advantage Liverpool. I wish them give me one go and then goal and then score probably. Napoli versus Milan.
Napoli. Um 1-0 AC.
1-0 AC. Ugh. Okay, I'll go 2-1 Napoli. I'll go 2-1 Napoli. Whoa, Super is here. Super said boy probably 4-1 Madrid. In the Bernabeu, Cello frozen. Let him out here. Right, Super have no kind of hope in his team, boy. Super, that's sad, bro.
I don't know.
More, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, no, I was saying I don't know. I really think Chelsea could. I'm not completely writing them off because I know they have a good team and it's Champions League. But we're also looking at Real Madrid. Real Madrid haven't been on that best of form, picking up results here and there. Yeah, that's why I said
No,
2-1. I went with
yeah,
2-1.
no Osimhen, but they still got the K dude on the left wing. Carol Vashili or something like that. I don't remember his
Gorian,
name, but
I think that's where he's from. I don't remember. But
I
the
don't remember.
Mariners.
I don't remember. I just know he has that's not a ton of letters, man. I
From
don't even know how they come by that name.
Kavara.
So that'll be an interesting one. My eyes will be on the Real Madrid versus Chelsea. But more you wait. Let me just I think Inter also won 2-0 today versus
Yeah,
Benfica. That's
I
pretty much that's how we were looking at. That's how we probably would have guessed
control.
it.
I think
But
they
more
had a
3-0.
in that game, but I don't remember what it was exactly.
3-0. You just deal with them man easily.
Uh ready? Oh.
Yeah, I can hear you, right?
My God, I was bringing up comments. But yeah, I mean, first off, shout, it was a brilliant game. If I was a mutual watching this game, I would have been very entertained.
It
Uh,
was. I can tell you.
poor Upamecano, I think that was a very good
Brilliant
game.
goal from Rodri.
Yeah, I was just touching on Bayern first before I touched the City.
Okay, all right.
You
Because
know,
my goodness, that was a strike.
Upamecano had that kind of housery game, as we would say. Uh, it wasn't good. It wasn't good for him. I thought when Tuchel made the sub for Cancelo that he was probably going to play Pavard inside and then Cancelo play right back. for how bad Upamecano was playing. But just to touch on the first half now, it was the first half of even hands because y'all know after the first half I came in the group and saying I was very scared of Sane and Musiala because Musiala was
Yeah.
linking up these intricate passes in between on the edge of the box and Sane was being Sane, running at you, knocking. He has these little weird body feints, body shifts that he catches you with, and he has this deadly left foot. I wasn't afraid of Coleman at all today because he got locked out on the right hand side.
I
He went on
never
the left
feel
hand
cool,
side.
man.
He went on the left side and got even more bodied by Akanji because Akanji can manage to keep up with him pace, and he's stronger. Um, that goal from Rodri that came out of nowhere, especially on his left foot, was a very brilliant goal that got me out of my seat jumping. I think that started it and that gave City a huge momentum with the Etihad crowd. I think that goal got them lifted in that game. Um, yeah, Sonny had some little brilliance first half when I thought managed to get some shots in. Musiala had a shot that Ruben Diaz had a very vital block on it
Oh
for
yeah, I
because if
remember that.
Ruben Diaz that would have beaten Edison for sure. And yeah, I think they were blaming. They said Ganabi was at fault for that Rodri goal because that was Ganabi's part there to cover, but Musiala ended up and recognized it. Tried to rush in, but Rodri beat him quickly and he just curled it in there. That was the first half. Second half, I mean, I must say, Bayern had chances that they could manage to nick us too. I must
The
say,
game was over.
Sonny had some chances to run out. I mean, when you look at it, they outpossession us in the game. The shot count was close to equal. It wasn't no side of no team of domination per se. City forced Bayern into these mistakes. Upamecano had a, as I come back again, had a very very poor game trying to play out from the back. Um, yeah, it was good pressing. I must single hand out Diaz. Diaz played very good. Stones played that role again from the right back to the CDM midfield. I good. I noticed that.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, Stones played that role very good. The right back and the midfield role. I think Bernardo Silva was very excellent. I think Pep made that change
Oh,
very spot on
that
with
was out of Holland for that ball, man.
benching Mahrez and bringing on Bernardo Silva because that work rate was needed for sure. Because Bernardo Silva was all over on the pitch. He even gave Alphonso Davies the work, I must say. On
Alfonso done snowball man.
Yo, I was just getting to that dog. They have been
Alfonso
one-on-one
weird
occasions.
dog.
They have been one-on-one occasions that Bernardo Silva kept running at him, and City played that ball on the
Boss,
right hand side majority of the time. No matter about when
I
he
bet
was between the
Alfonso
box.
go run track. He and the
Honestly,
Grass can win a medal in the Olympics.
honestly, it was crazy. Yeah, I mean, all about great performance from City, as I said in the group. I think this is probably one of the best I have ever seen City perform because it wasn't only an attacking display that forced the hands up top, but we were defensively sound with Bayern running at us. The midfield was on point. Goodwan was holding up the plate, being stone anywhere to dictate it. De Bruyne tried to do his thing. Okay, yo, once again, I think I say I'm not going to bash Cancelo, but since Ake has gone into this left back slot, this is the most I've ever felt secure because I prefer to feel secure defensively for sure, rather than know that my fullback can probably get up and give us an assist or two, but then defensively he's a liability. And Ake has proved so I mean he bossed the game today, I must say. Edison made a couple saves when he needed to be saved. That was good. So yeah, all about great performance from Man
Suka,
City.
Suka is saying big shout out to City, Bayern Sal and Fire Julian. Congrats City, and he said glad Chelsea didn't buy that Uber Meccano dude. Me personally, from watching the game, I just thought that City, that Bayern Munich they were trying to play out to the back. I mean, if that's the way you want to play, that's the way you want to play. but they didn't seem comfortable at it. So like, if you're not comfortable, then just do something else. Go long. You have the runners there. Another thing I want to point out: Arteta, please buy Leroy Sané this summer. Please, just buy that dude this summer, because that he is still that guy. Moy pointed out Musiala, and both of them. I thought, that's where the goal could probably come. That's where the goal could probably come from. Sané was just electric in possession, but then when you counter that now, and you see City running at Bayern Munich. You had that the second goal was it for the second, yes, the second goal was it for me. When you look at, just because I feel everybody thought that Haller was going to shoot the ball, was going to take a shot, and I'm gonna pick out the Bernardo, and it was a power header on a little Bernardo. It was a good goal. At that point, the game was over, and I felt like Bayern Munich also didn't manage the game well. I don't know if that came from Tuchel or that came from just the players being frantic. They didn't manage the game as if it was two legs. Because at 1-0, even at 2-0, I think something could still happen because you're going back home. You can hopefully that you can score an early goal, then get another one, shut up shop, and then you can at least play out the extra time just as a game in itself. I felt like they were playing the scoreline too much. But at 3-0 now, next week, this tie is done. This tie is done. I feel like they should have showed a bit more game management, or should I say time management, because it's 2 games. Chill out. That's
That
what I thought.
that's what I was going to say, and
You
another reason I
muted,
was
fellow.
confident because looking back at the City's game against Real Madrid from last season, the problem why we end up and lost that tie, especially in the first leg, because we got a lot of chances and didn't manage to finish them. And I was proud to see that the boys went out today and capitalized on these mistakes that Bayern managed to do and get 2 goals today. And that's why I think I'm even more confident and I can say that I am ready to the semi-final and I have wrapped up this tie.
Oh wow. Go ahead, Stella. Let's
The thing
end
is
with
like,
you.
Chap,
Yeah.
me no count tie so easy no buts. Cause when team home then different no. I see Barcelona down, I see Liverpool down 4 and come back and down and come back in a tie. Champion League, they done always excited. For me, the tie done over, but I still can't count out Bayern because I know Bayern Panende can be very dangerous. So you can't count out Bayern. But for me, the tie done over, City don't have them in their hand. But anything is still possible.
You're not
And
you're not wrong. You're not wrong. But okay, Suku's saying, but Bayern will have to get 2 goals in by halftime to even engineer a possibility of a comeback. It's a hard one.
oh,
You're
listen,
not wrong, Cello. But like you said, in our minds, we are thinking that this is done. This is wrapped up. Um,
me
and and
understand what
and,
Super said.
and that's on
Super,
Bayern
but
Munich.
no Bayern can score goal. No Bayern can score goal. So
I
honestly,
mean, they
honestly,
showed
Bayern
today
man
that they
team.
could score goal. They showed today that they could score goal, but for them to score goal, they're gonna have to be open, maybe perhaps uncharacteristically open. And we know of the prowess of City's attack. We know of the power of the City's attack. So
And
yes, they can score, but you don't think they leave themselves vulnerable though if they're gonna come back like that.
They
because
leave
when you look at
themselves.
it now,
They,
second half, no, sorry there, Cello. Second half, when they were trying, when Shaq said they were watching scoreline, they actually tried to go for the game more. And then City was able to play long ball to Grealish. Grealish was open a lot
Yep.
of times, and Bernardo. But City wasn't really that fast on the counter, or they probably took their foot off the gas a little there. And that's why I'm saying if they go into second leg, they have to be very conservative about it
yeah.
if they want to
They're gonna
have a
have to
chance.
dominate the ball and score that way. It
You
can't
cannot
be
allow
wrong
the
hope.
right wing to go and boss this game because you're going to lose it.
But as me
As
say,
mm-hmm.
Bayern no Bayern man team that can score goal, they can cause real problem. Just as City can cause real problem, they can cause real problem too, because they have good quality too. And I know pan them good day, they can be very, very dangerous. Just like City pan them good day can be very, very dangerous. So
Yep.
I can say now, head boy, the tie over. And then the man then go back there, then yard, the man then come different, transform different. That's what all team talk. Who man away different. When you have a
Uh,
full
but
crowd behind you, you're on different machine.
but, they might take another three next week too.
Me,
Boy, say,
it
in
can
the
happen.
funny head. Let's say it out loud and can me confident now because we got big boy Ruben Diaz in the center back. If he get injured, then yeah, but that boy is solid. That
Yeah,
boy
but
is
more
solid.
and the reports from KDB, he kind of went down on his knee.
Yeah, he got up from that after a while. I was supposed to read something before coming on the show because they said that he was upset that he got sub. But I think
Oh, so
Pep
that
just
mean okay, that mean he good then, man.
I don't think it was an injury. I just think that he went down. And I don't think he was having the best of games after a while in the second half. That's why Pep managed to bring on Julian Cabrudi and could manage to do the pressing that KDB was doing too. But yeah, he seemed like he didn't want to come, but he didn't really throw a tantrum. But yeah,
Yeah,
it was good.
basically talking about tantrums, y'all see Newcastle. I was was sent in the group. Newcastle shut down that Garden kid.
Anthony.
Yeah, Anthony Garden. He not playing for the
Oh,
rest of the season. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, that's
yeah.
he
I
didn't
see
do
something
any
like that
action.
today.
Yeah, I
he
know. I
he
don't know the full story, but I know I saw a video. He was upset after he got substituted on Saturday. So I don't know if it escalated. I don't know what he said or how far it went. But I read this morning that he's done for the season and he's gonna be training with the under 21s.
I
God,
have
man,
well,
God, he couldn't put top where he did. Enough. Top of
I
Oh,
have
that's
everything.
a good move for him, man.
I
A
have a
good move
question
for you.
after we touch the Robertson incident because I believe we have to talk about that too.
How
Yeah,
about the what?
Um, the
Robinson.
Robertson incident. You asked
Oh
me
yeah,
about
let's
that.
touch on that quick. Yeah, let's do that.
I see a lot of things going around still. There's a video that I think the linesman said something about it, but I have to go back and read. But yeah, almost look like a reaction. Robertson hold him and he just tried to shove off and he
I
get to being
yeah,
bullied.
I think that's inadvertent. The Robertson try come on the man brush off his hand and he get knocked. We can touch up the man for in the first place. Go to the locker room now. Should till they
Yeah.
get elbow.
But you're not supposed to
That's how I see it.
not supposed to touch the official.
Check. You
If
get
you
I
have
make
some for
sure.
say, if you have some for say go and chat, we go touch the man for where go. Them put I suppose them man they supposed to get 10 game ban. Cause they know what them do.
yeah, but I think they may because they did that to Mitrovic. They may come down hard on this official now for nothing really, just to prove
Yeah,
a point.
he's going to get some dealt with right there.
Yeah. Yeah. What's the next one, Moy?
I saw a question. Um, is Mahrez better than David Beckham?
Yeah.
I just saw it. I just wanted to
Beckham
ask.
never good. Like seriously, Beckham never good.
Yo, that boy
Beckham
just
all
had
right.
he had
Okay,
his
let me not say Beckham never good. If you tell me if we choose between Beckham and Mahrez, I'm choosing Mahrez. If Mahrez 70% fit and Beckham 100% fit, I'm choosing Mahrez.
Okay,
Yeah,
but
I think
shot
so.
other than set piece, what Beckham really bring to the team other than set piece?
Thank you. Thank you.
No, we ain't some more.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You see, Tuko saying Beckham over the limelight, right? This ain't no
Yeah,
fashion show. If
Listen,
it's a
be
fashion show,
honest.
I'm choosing
Be
Beckham.
honest. Ah, when
he
you
had his
play game and
fame and
you play
and the
foot
free kick
buds.
going to him.
Ah, when you play game and you play foot and you use a Beckham card, what Beckham really have that interesting
Yeah.
other than set piece, he a set piece specialist. And you can kick the ball. Nothing else, bro.
He
Yo,
not
and if
no
you
pace, he
know,
not no trickery, he not no
Mahrez,
strength.
Mahrez is not the best free kick taker now. Mahrez can't compare to Beckham now, but Mahrez
Of course not.
can kick a free kick too now. So he himself that say you're still shoving him in there more.
Yeah, that one an easy one for me. I don't know. He Beckham more hyped up because also he was in a successful United team and he did put in some good crosses. But yo, Beckham playing now in this era, nah. Beckham would have done. Beckham, Tia Walker bet than Beckham.
Man, it was just
But
mostly free kicks,
I'm,
especially that
I'm
one
trying
to
to think of
Senegal.
I'm trying to think of other people. Yeah, yo, everybody better than Beckham. Seriously. Yo, me never hear nobody outside the free kick. You never hear nobody say, yo, me want to be like a Beckham. Ah, we play focus. Ah, we pick Manu the other night. Day. Nobody want Bill Beckham. I'm sure the pro club even have one Beckham bill. What is a bet? Big man, hey, yo, this man, people want to be marvelous and so. But Beckham will go. All right, fellas,
Yo,
we have
Beckham,
we have to
um,
continue our focus journey soon. So let's wrap up. Red Mark.
yo, it's the football and free kick, just like how Rory Dillap is the football and giant. So it's
Long throw, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
yeah,
Dilla, if you take it Dilla long throw, what Dilla can do? Dilla what do?
exactly, exactly. And right now, everybody can long throw.
yo, I saw the video that going on with the kid from high school or college with these long throwings. He's even better than Dillap.
No, I'm gonna see them there. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it. Right, so guys, we won't be on pro clubs. We have to find a way. You know, let me not say that because maybe one time I start streaming and I get blown one time. But I think we like 32 or 34 games now, unbeaten.
Yep.
Yeah, about
Moving
that.
through the division. We
That
playing
boy
well, we
Shelly
playing
with the
well,
club goes so far. Big
we
up
playing
Stella.
well. You see, man like a Meso, are people that are, man like a Meso for me rolling the team, me coming like Beckham. The other day, man, the man look for the stats, the man say Shaq now had no goal, and Shaq now had no assist and so. But then I realized Shaq had a pre-assist in them. And me give the ball before the one give the, for unlock everything, and then the man square him and cross him to Cello and a one none day. The man now look on that. The man
Shaq.
say Shaq, you play no role, Shaq. Yo, Suko, me play the most important role, but the man now see that.
Suka, but
Suko
Shaq.
them.
you know tell you after why Suka he turn a striker. After the midfield they play full
Yo,
load and we
Suko,
study.
me play defensive middle, right? And then I up 3-0, right? So me just say, Charles, we to the defense. Me just say, me sell a switch. But the man just say, hey, switch. And me go play like a forward. For one
Shaq.
game.
If certain people was here, they would say at Munchie, they would say that you're not living up to your price tag.
No, man, no, but I would like to think that I am. Because it starts to me. Everything starts to me.
But
Me coming like,
nobody can say that you're like
um,
a gas goal boy.
what I mean, and I even talk about that. I should have load up the video. I should have load up my video. Man, the true shot. Now my boy shot a strike. Goal and yo, so come on, see the video, the goal, I'm a score. I'm
No
sending you the
Suka,
goal.
no Suka. The boy spoke about beauty the other day, like
Let's
you
go
never
to my
score
man. Yo,
beauty.
I'm good Friday. Let's go that the super. On Good Friday night, I come over, I'm gonna bam. I'm gonna send you them super. So I'm come over, this is the first thing I'm doing. I'm going to do and get it and send it you. But that's that. Super, the man understand how vital my role be. Only few man. But I'm gonna have a little shake up soon. I'm gonna have a little shake up soon. More say he can retire, can more be Holland for now. Or he can say he can retire and give you another man and do it. Me want the more for
Partner,
take and try
me
it
not
out.
move
Ah,
and come right now, no
you,
partner. Me not move and come, no
pause on that
partner.
Nah, more.
statement.
Dog, me not move there.
What you say?
I said pause on what you said.
What did I say?
We'll talk about that off here.
Oh gosh. Oh, I'm
Like,
gonna go back and listen back to
nobody with
that
that
thing.
dog. Not on the show, dog. Nobody.
Alright,
You know
fellas.
what I'm talking about.
Alright, fellas. Big up players like skill and so man. Big up players like skill. Thank you everybody for joining us tonight. We had a blast. We come back on Thursday, God's willing, to continue preview the games, the weekend games. And of course, we're gonna look back at what happened in the Champions League on Wednesday, and even talk about some because Manchester United sit in the Europa League. So we have all that to talk about. There is one more. Okay, Super just saying good show. Thanks again, man, Super. Super, even one thing I must say, last thing I'll say, I'm looking forward to your game tomorrow. I think that you're gonna win, but Super not really too fond of his team right now. But we'll see how that goes, and of course we're gonna be back on Thursday talking more about football, guys. So we out.
Thank you for watching Island Fans. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so you'll know when there are new videos and updates. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and like us on Facebook. Island Fans, for the passion of the game.